Welcome to the southwest Suncoast region of Florida and the residential recreation community of Rotonda, where we've gathered once again for Superstars competition. Hello, everybody. I'm Keith Jackson, your host for the Superstars, and today you're going to see 14 great athletes from 7 different sports. Each athlete is allowed to choose 7 of these events, and of course, he's not allowed to take part in his specialty. We're certainly not going to let Jim Wynn get into baseball hitting, for example. 14 athletes have chosen bicycle racing as one of their events. Thus, we'll have qualifying heats. The first qualification heat has been run. Carl Yastrzemski of the Boston Red Sox won it. Rollie Fingers of the Oakland A's was second at 1 minute 20.55 seconds. Standing room only crowd here at the swimming pool as we are near the time for the qualification heat in the swimming. I think the biggest crowd we've ever had here at Rotonda for the swimming. Of course, the people in this part of Florida catching on to the idea you can come to Rotonda and have yourself a good time when the Superstars are in town. We're now ready to go into heat number 2. We'll have 4 athletes in the second heat of the qualifying. A total of 5 will go into the finals, first and second, plus the fastest third. And swimming in lane number 2 will be Kyle Rote Jr., 6-footer, 185-pounder out of professional soccer, defending Superstar champion, as we've noted. Over in lane number 3, 5'11", 185-pounder, Bobby Mercer, Oklahoma City. And Carl Yastrzemski, Boston Red Sox, 5'11", 188, lane 4. And another man out of baseball, Mike Hargrove, 6'1", 195-pounder. And to watch here is Kyle Rote Jr. because he is the record holder in the swimming, and we've got a good start. First and second will qualify. The man on the bubble in third place in our first qualifying heat, Marvin Shoulders, with a time of 41.67. Now, you notice how smooth Rote is. Watch him. He'll flip turn it and come right on back. And he's the only man using the flip turn, and that put him in the victory circle a year ago. So Kyle Rote Jr. smoothly stroking along. The fight for second place now, quite a battle between Mike Hargrove and Bobby Mercer as Kyle Rote touches to win. He's in the finals. Here comes that fight for second place, and it's Hargrove touching out Bobby Mercer. But Carl Yastrzemski fourth, and Mercer's 36.30 puts him in the finals. Tennis and the 100-yard heats in a moment. We're about set for the rowing finals, and the extra spectator has now joined the group here along the Rotonda River. Jerry Quarry finished in 5th spot in the rowing. Carl Yastrzemski was 4th. Mike Hargrove 3rd. As you look at the overall standings, you can see that 6 men are very close in points, very much in the hunt for the bonus monies and qualification spots for the finals, and 3 of them are in the half mile. Also in the field for the half mile, Carl Yastrzemski, the great Yaz from the Boston Red Sox. Carl Michael Yastrzemski has done it all for the Boston Red Sox over 14 seasons, 6 times a Golden Glove winner, a batting champion, 3 times a Triple Crown winner. He can play almost any position. And I asked him earlier if Boston had been a tough town for him to play in.
I think overall the press has been fair with me. If I had it to do all over again, I'd make the same decision.
There have been rumors every 3rd year. Some great large rumor comes up about Carl Yastrzemski going somewhere else, and yet Carl Yastrzemski looks like he's going to close his career in Boston.
Well, of course, with the 10-year rule, there's no way that I'd okay a trade to any other city, no matter what they would pay me. I'm going to finish my career in Boston. I had a choice out of high school to sign with the Red Sox, which I did. If I wanted to sign with another team, I would have been, not now.
And that should put that rumor to rest forever. A conversation earlier with Yaz. All right, here we go with the half-mile run. 2 times around this quarter-mile track, and setting the field, it's Rollie Fingers, Steve Garvey, Hugo Nindle, Jerry Quarry, Kyle Rote, Jim Wynn, and Carl Yastrzemski as Rote takes the early lead, with Garvey running behind him. Lou Brock has withdrawn from the half-mile because his blood pressure went up a little bit after that 100-yard dash, and he thought perhaps he might wait for a bit before he competes again, and Paul Blair is having a little bit of trouble with the leg muscles. So those 2 pulled out. It's going to hurt him because Brock has 18 3/4 points, and Blair had 17 points. Now here is Jerry Quarry making a move on the back straight. Jerry's done a lot of road work in his time, and he goes out into an early lead in the half mile. And I tell you, later today on ABC's Wide World of Sports, you'll see the second race in the World Series of Auto Racing, featuring the International Race of Champions from Riverside in Southern California, via satellite from Austria, the Men's World Cup Downhill Skiing Championships, and a demonstration from Madison Square Garden of the Oriental World of Self-Defense, ABC's Wide World of Sports, immediately following the Superstar. All right, they're turning now to finish the first lap, first of two. And it is Jerry Quarry, Kyle Rote, Steve Garvey, Carl Yastrzemski, Jim Wynn, Hugo Nindle, and Raleigh Fingers in that order. Bonus money still very much up for grabs. $10,000 for first place, $5,000 for second, $2,500 for third. Every point scored is worth $100, and 4 of our 14 athletes here today in this second qualifying round will reach the men's Superstars finals. And here comes Carl Yastrzemski moving up on the outside, goes and gets the lead going into the back straight. So Yastrzemski comes up with a big kick going into that back straight and jumps out to a very big lead, and Garvey now makes a move. And Garvey goes past Jerry Quarry, and he's taking a run at Kyle Rote. Garvey running in the white there is now third. And Garvey closing rapidly on Kyle Rote as Yastrzemski runs off to a very big lead. Carl went into the half-mile run with 6 points, a win here, and he's in the hunt. Now Rote beats off the Garvey challenge. Now they go around that last turn. Here comes Garvey again. Coming up on the outside, and Rote again beats him off with a kick. And now Rote turning it on, begins to pull away from Garvey, but he will not catch Carl Yastrzemski. Yastrzemski coming down. He's going to win it and take 10 points. Rote is second. Garvey will finish third. Hugo Nindle 4, and Jerry Quarry comes across the finish line backwards.
Carl, you got enough breath left? I think you kind of surprised him. I saw you when you came around that first lap. You looked strong. I thought maybe you might have made a move too quick.
That's the teachers at Northeastern.
Have you been doing some distance endurance training?
3 weeks.
Have you?
I had Irvin Cohen and Everett Baker, Northeastern, and 2 track coaches. And they just brought me along. First time I ran it, 3 weeks ago, I did in 3:05, and they brought me down to this in 3 weeks.
Hey, that's great. Carl Yastrzemski at 2 minutes 28.25 to win 10 points. And now he joins 7 other athletes in the fight for those valuable 4 spots. All right, through 7 events. Here are the point totals. Kyle Rote leading with 30 3/4, and a win here in the bike finals would very likely lock that $10,000 first place bonus money for him. But as you can see, there is a real scrap going on for the rest of the bonus money and for the other 3 qualifying spots for the finals. All right, let's set the lanes now for the bike final. Hugo Nindle, the Austrian skier, 31 years of age, wearing blue. Kyle Rote, the professional soccer player, lane number 2, wearing red. Carl Yastrzemski, wearing blue, will be in lane number 3. Raleigh Fingers with a red shirt will be in lane number 4. And Mike Hargrove in the gold shirt will be in lane number 5. You've got 3 baseball players, a professional soccer man, and a skier. 1 mile, that means 4 times around, and this is a time to be kind of careful right here when you've still got everybody jammed together. All right, let's see how they shake it out as Hugo Nindle, wearing the blue shirt, goes quickly into the lead, and Kyle Rote ducks right in behind him. This is lap number 1. 4 times around, a total a mile around this quarter-mile track, and I'll say again, this is a running track. It is not designed for bicycle racing. There's very little banking in the turns. You got to be careful. You'll see, I think, a number of times the fellows will back off a little bit as they go through the turns. That's Yastrzemski running 3rd, Raleigh Fingers 4, and Mike Hargrove is running in last place. In the meantime, Kyle Rote running inside with Hugo Nindle, and it looks like Kyle wants the lead as they complete the first lap, and he's got it going into lap number 2. So Kyle Rote surprises me a little bit by taking the lead, because I suspected he might just kind of duck in behind somebody and draft along, because if he can win this, if he should win this with 30 3/4 points already in hand, that'd give him 40 3/4. That just about put him out of reach. In fact, it would. It would lock that $10,000 first prize, bonus money. He's already in the finals. The defending superstar champion, and here comes Hugo Nindle going for and getting the lead. So Hugo turns it on and goes into the lead as he turns into the 3rd lap. I might remind you that at 5 Eastern Time today, you'll see the final round coverage of the Bing Crosby National Pro-Am Golf Championship from Pebble Beach, California, over most of these ABC stations.
Well, you can see 3rd, 4, and 5 are way back behind Nindle and Rote. That's Carl Yastrzemski. Up front, it is Nindle, the skier, and Rote, the soccer player. And they are heading into the bell lap. Now, with Rote having surrendered the lead, perhaps, in order to drop off the pace for just a moment, and going into that back straight, now there's a pretty good wind blowing over there right now, and if you can duck in behind somebody like this, you can run with a little less pressure, and here comes Rote. Rote making his move, coming up on the outside, and he goes into the lead. It looks like Carl Rote's got plenty left as he takes the lead and runs off to a big margin over Hugo Nindle, coming around the final turn, heading for the finish line. It is Carl Rote coming in to win it at 10 more points. Hugo Nindle is second. Carl Yastrzemski coming around the turn should be third, followed by Mike Hargrove and Raleigh Fingers. So Carl Rote, I guess, knew what he was doing. Yastrzemski comes coasting across. Now Kyle totals 40 3/4 points, and he's got $10,000 bonus money in his pocket. As you look at the overall standings, you can see there are still 8 athletes fighting for the other 3 spots in the finals, February 23rd, and $7,500 in bonus money. The obstacle course is coming next. You can see there are 8 men in the fight for the 3 remaining spots to get into the finals of the men's superstars, and the $7,500 bonus money still on the line. Carl Yastrzemski on the right, Bobby Mercer on the left, and Mike Hargrove is still sitting on that bubble. Yastrzemski could eliminate him from the finals if he has a good run. Bit slow on the wall. Bobby Mercer with no chance to buff Hargrove, but Carl Yastrzemski could. They're going to get a red flag. Yes, we've got a red flag on the tires. And he knocks down the high jump bar as well. So Carl Yastrzemski has absorbed 10 seconds of penalty, and that's going to take him out of any chance for the final. So the runoff in the obstacle course will be between Hugo Nindle and Jimmy Wynn. And the top 4 qualifiers for the finals are Kyle Rote, Hugo Nindle, Lou Brock, and Mike Hargrove. And here's O.J. with a man who missed by 1 point.
Yes, you went into the final event with a good shot of taking 2nd place overall in the competition. You didn't get any points, and it knocked you completely out of the box. It has to be disappointing.
Well, it was. I haven't had a chance to practice it. This is my first time at it. But the whole objective here is not coming down to win. For me, it was training and preparation for the baseball season. A month ago, I weighed 198 pounds. Right now, I weigh 176. I can concentrate on baseball. Good luck to Kyle, Seagram. They trained for it. They've reached an excellent in this thing. They reached the highest thing they can reach, and that's the way it should be.
Well, you picked up a couple of dollars anyway, and it was fun seeing you.
Thanks a lot, O.J.
Hey, have a good day.
Enjoy it.